Well, it is. Yeah, it is a bit bright. Let's start with your name.
LeaAnn Van Winkle Gisler.
And which years did you debate?
I was only a debater here at SMS for a year, 87, 88. But in that year, we managed to go to the semifinals of nationals.
Oh, that is quite an accomplishment. So, what have you done since debating in SMS? What have you done since graduation?
Well, I had a brief stint where I thought I wanted to be a stockbroker. Not my cup of tea. What I've done mostly for the last 20 years has been events and catering. I had my own company for the last 6 years, doing large-scale events. And one of the things that I would say is that it wasn't anything that I thought I would do, but the skills that I have from debate allowed me to be pretty successful in that field.
So, referring to those skills, what exact skills were those that were most useful to you, or that you have found to be most useful?
I think that the ability to speak in public and not be fearful or to not be twisted up about it. Some people just, the thought of speaking just, causes them to almost hyperventilate. And so being able to present myself, I hope well, has been a huge asset, more than I ever realized until I actually got out into the public. The ability to organize and to research. As an event professional, we were given many challenges. Somebody wanted to host an event someplace. We had to figure out if it was possible and what it would take to do that. And so having those skills of being able to step back and look at a problem or a situation and all the different variables in it, that all comes back to debate. And those skills have been truly invaluable.
So who was your partner while you were at it?
Jim Jacoby.
Oh, Jim Jacoby. So, of the partner that you had, what is the thing that sticks out the most, that you remember the most about Jim Jacoby?
James William and I got to a point where we hardly ever talked in rounds. We got to a point that we had done so much research and spent so much time together, and we both wanted it so badly. To make that kind of push to win a national championship is an obsession, and anybody who tells you any different is lying. But just like with, I think, any competitive activity, when you have that kind of drive and passion for it, I have people now who say, "Oh my God, I can't believe the schedule that you kept and what all you all did to do that." And it never was anything that I thought was a big deal. We just had a great time. We enjoyed it, and somebody very wise, much wiser than me, because I was absolutely furious when we went out in semis and I was not behaving well. And a very dear friend, who was also a debater at the time, came up to me and he said, 246 teams started this tournament. Only 2 get to be happier than you. And that was a great perspective.
So, which topic did you actually have that you went to the semis on?
I'm sorry?
Which topic did you have that you went to the semis on?
It was the media topic. And we did something absolutely insane, and I don't know that it's ever been done again. We broke a new affirmative in semis at nationals.
Wow.
James William had researched this case on how the media desensitized kids to violence, and it was his passion. And he looked at me and he said, "This is our moment in history, such as it is." And we did it. And there are lots of people who said, the team that we hit in semis, we had beaten 17 times before. But neither one of us, I don't think, ever had any regrets about it because it was so important to us. And one of the things about debate was that it so exposes you to so many issues that you might not ever think about and really think about. What does this mean?
So what really made that media topic, so significant to you?
Actually, the media topic was probably not my favorite topic. Lord knows we submersed ourselves in it. But actually, one of my favorite topics, and one of the topics that I guess in terms of my life that had the most impact was a high school topic on consumer safety and consumer products. And when I look back now, almost 30 years, more than 30 years, the things that we discussed then, it's really hard to believe that, we were really advocating for clean water, seat belts, airbags, that debate really and debaters really look at issues many, many years before they really come to the forefront with the general population.
So, if you had anything to say, what would you say about debate to an administrator?
I would say fund it, fund it, fund it, fund it. And I do not say that lightly. I do not say that flippantly. But when you can take an individual and you can give them the skills that will last them their life, the skills to be able to present themselves in whatever field that they want to engage in, to be able to research and to learn and to foster that intellectual pursuit. And that sounds really snobby, and I don't mean it that way, but I always want to keep learning. And one of the things that I was talking with someone earlier in the weekend about was every year we got a new topic and we learned about a whole new subject matter. And I really think that that is one of the things that debate does, is it stimulates that desire, that curiosity to want to know more about the world. And I can't think of anything that more fits with higher education than stimulating that kind of intellectual curiosity.
So if you had anything to say to an incoming freshman, what would you tell them?
Enjoy it. It's terrifying. As a freshman, you see all of these people and you hear all of these stories, and everybody's great. Everybody's great as a freshman. But as a freshman, to any debater, I would say enjoy this time. Because you're never again going to be surrounded by people who so share a drive and a common goal to succeed, to enjoy what they're doing, and to be part of a team. Because there's not ever been a time again in my life that I have found a group of people who are so committed to any kind of research project or problem solving at the level that I did while I was debating.
If you had one piece of advice to give, what would that advice be?
Recognize the value of what you're being given, because one of the things, it took me many years after I left the activity to really appreciate the fact that I think debaters, because some things eventually come very easy to us, we don't value them. And I would say to somebody, realize that just because this is easy for you or this is something you enjoy, it is valuable. It's a skill and it will serve you throughout your life. Again, I come back to not having the fear of speaking in public. In the last 6 years, I have been a corporate spokesperson for 3 different clients for no other reason than I can stand up and talk to you. But I never thought of that as a skill. I never thought of that as having value. And so my advice would be is realize that these skills have value.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I think that what I would like to add is that I'm so thankful for programs like, I'll always call it SMS because it was Southwest Missouri when I was here. But now as I approach 50 and I have hopefully some perspective and some time and some distance on it, is that it was an incredible, incredible experience. And I'm so very thankful that there are colleges and universities who are committed to giving young people these kinds of opportunities. I got to travel to places I would have never dreamed of going to. I got to meet people from all over this country. I have friendships that have lasted me all of these years. And I have all of that because of debating.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.